What is happening, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and to another video on this Project T5. Now, today's a little bit different, a little bit of a different setup. I'm on my way over to have some work done on the van. I'm not doing this part because they offered to do it, and I thought it'd make a nice little different video than me in the stables. So yeah, a little bit different. Let's leave this one as just a little intro, show you a bit of driving. I'll see you there in a minute. So then guys, a bit different, as I said, we're up here at Transporter HQ today, at the Transporter Workshop of Dreams. If you've not seen them, they do all sorts of stuff. They've got camper glass where they make all the windows for T5s, crafters, Vivaros, Transits, everything. They do windows. If you need windows, they probably make them. So if you haven't already, go and check out Transporter HQ's website. They've got loads of different items for sale on there, from lights to suspension, spoilers, interior parts, grills, seat covers and upholstery. They also do some real nice looking merchandise. Once you finish watching the video, why not head over there and treat yourself or your van to something new. Real good products, real nice guy. Obviously I'm quite close to them, I'm friends with them anyway. When I said about this project, they said, how can we help out? We're thinking of putting windows in it. They said, I tell you what, perfect thing. We're developing a flush opening sliding window, the same sort of style as the standard windows that come in Kombi vans from the factory. Do you want one of them putting in? Yeah, all right, why not? So we've got a flush slider going in this side, a plain fixed window in the sliding door, and then we've got windows going in the barn doors as well. As I say, I'm not going to be doing this. I'm just going to be sort of asking questions and seeing how things are done. My main man Blake will be doing all the cutting, all the bonding and all the sorting out. So I suppose now let's get the van pulled in and let's make a start. So it was at this point editing the video I realised that none of the footage that I'd recorded at HQ explaining how things and why things are done was usable as the radio was on. So we're going to have to do a bit of a voiceover. In this, Blake is cutting the carpet back because we're not going to use U-trim on this window. We're going to fold the carpet into the groove between the window and the metalwork of the van just to tidy it up a little bit. It just looks a bit neater. Now Blake's going to get an angle grinder and he's cutting out the internal support rib. He cuts this at the top and the bottom and then cuts it in about 1.5 inches as well. So he can remove the bottom inch and the top inch of the rib, so it enables him to be able to get the nibbler in. Looks a bit rough, but the outer panel's being removed anyway, so it's more than safe. Now he's going to use some masking tape to create a little gully to collect all the metal shavings from when he drills the 4 holes in the corners. Uses a little bit of masking tape in a ball underneath just to create a little valley for it to sit into. So he's now going to use a hole saw to cut 4 holes in the corners to give him somewhere to get the nibbler in to be able to cut the rest of the panel out. So Blake's got a nibbler now as well, I hope you can hear me, which is just a tool that basically does that and cuts the metal. We're doing a rough cut first and we'll go back round and do a sort of better cut, if you like. This is just to get some material out of the way so you can get your head in and see what you're doing and see where you're going to run it against. Now I tried to fit windows once before and I tried to get gobby and cut the whole lot out in one go, which is stupid. So yeah, if you're going to do it, cut a hole first, you can see what you're doing and getting in, and then go back round and cut it neatly now so the edge hasn't come in. I would highly advise getting a nibbler. What a bit of kit. I tried doing it with a jigsaw and it just didn't work at all. So to just help neaten up the edge a little bit, Blake goes back in with a pair of tin snips just to tidy the edge up and get a little bit closer than the nibbler could do. As I mentioned, we're going to be folding the carpet into the void between the window and the metalwork of the van. Blake's now just trimming that back so it's just shy of where the glue will be, so we get a nice neat finish inside. Now Blake's applying a cleaner to all the faces just to make sure that the surface is clean, ready for the primer to then go on. So this is the primer that's going on now. You need to put this onto the body of the van and also onto the back of the window to help prime the surface, as the adhesive won't stick without it. Blake's now going to apply the adhesive. It's best to put the adhesive in front of a heat source to soften the glue to make it easier to come out of the nozzle. The nozzle's got a V-cut into it so that when the adhesive is applied, it's raised from the panel quite a lot, so that when you put the panel on, the glass panel on, you'll be able to push that back and get a really good bond. When you get to the end, make sure you overlap the join of the glue, otherwise you will get water in. Now, using two people or glass suckers if you're on your own, lift the panel into place, offer it in roughly the right place, and then push against the adhesive so that it's about flush with the recess of the body. So once you're happy that the panel is in the right place, take some tape, in this case masking tape, stick it to the roof and to the glass panel to hold it in place until the adhesive's gone off. This piece of tape at the bottom was just applied to stop any extra adhesive going onto the bodywork of the van. As mentioned previously, on this panel we're not using U-trim, so Blake's going around now with a pick tool to push the carpet down into the void to create a nice neat finish. And there you go, looks much neater than any U-trim. Windows that most of the people make are these. So sliding window, but it's set back from this panel is set back. Now it's set back because there's obviously a channel on the inside that this piece of glass slides on to go back. Really good, real good. Obviously water can sit on here, goes in, there's a channel in here, and in between them there are drain grooves, so the water can come out and come down outside of the van. They look good, they look nice, but if you look there you can see it's set in and it just, yeah, isn't flush. These new windows that has gone in this van, it's only got one on one side, is flush. So it's a flush window. So this, when you unclip it, it pushes back and then goes into the runner and moves back. They just look much better, they just look much nicer. So yeah, this is prototype window for now. They are being released soon, but for now it's just a prototype window, just to test that they work and do what they should do. And the reason they've done this, so this here these are factory windows that are in this van. So these are factory windows, so these are nice and flush as well. So there we go, windows all done, in and fitted. This side we've got a fixed window, so there's no opener in it. We've gone for Fixed windows in the barn doors as well, just to let a nice bit of light in. And then this side, as I've already shown you, we've got a prototype window. So this is the flush fitting prototype window that looks like a factory window. Now yes, the hole is at the back and it should be at the front as the factory ones, but this is a prototype window. It was a trial just to sort of see if it worked there or not, but I think the production ones are going to be at the front. Mega bits of kit. I'll show you from the inside now. So inside they look mega neat. You've got nice runners, photo shit going on outside as well, but you've got nice runners, nice mechanism and everything. So to open it, press the button and the window comes back, slides along, locks in places and then closes. Mega bit of kit. So we've only just fitted these and I'm going to leave it for a few days, come back some point next week, and we're going to water test the window just to check that it seals and check that no water comes in, because the main problem with these style flush windows, even the windows from Volkswagen, is they let water in. They all leak. There are a couple of other companies that have made flush windows as well that leak, and the reason that is because none of them have these in them. So what this is, the way this window is designed is that there's a seal on it, so no water can get inside the van. But if water ever was to get in, it goes into this little groove here, and you've got holes in it just there that go into these little channels, which then put the water outside, so no water can leak inside your van unless they've not been fitted correctly. But I'll be back next week to do that, and you'll probably see that in Transporter HQ's video. But for now, I don't think we really need to say any more on them. What I'm going to do now is let's go and have a chat with Andy and find out what HQ is all about. Right then. Windows are all done. Massive thank you to Transport HQ and Andy, top dog of HQ. Supposedly. Just thought I'd bring him in and we can just have a bit of a chat about what HQ is all about, because I know I've gone on about it in quite a few videos. Some of you might not know. So yeah, what's HQ all about really?
So we're kind of three businesses in one. So you've got Transporter HQ, which is all your lot of suspension stuff, headlights, body kits, that kind of stuff. And then we've got Camper Glass, which is the glass side of thing, which is equally as big as Transporter HQ, but people probably know us better as Transporter HQ. And then solo suspension, so lift and lowering suspension, like super low or super high, just dedicated to the transporter scene really.
And I have to say, every product they make is amazing. The quality of it is amazing. The solo suspension is what Lowdown use for their air ride kit as well. And I drove a van on solo coilovers the other day for the first time, Chris's. Better than standard. Better than standard suspension. It is absolutely phenomenal. So if you guys don't know who it is or whatever, I'll put all the links in the description. They've got a really helpful YouTube channel, so all the products that they do, they make and sell and everything like that. They've got videos on, and they've got some real good videos on flatbed as well, which is having a nice little facelift at the minute, which... Oh, I've seen some bits. I need to see the paint sample actually. I've not seen that yet. I've heard you've got it, but I've not seen it yet, so I'll have to have a look.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a massive thank you to Transporter HQ for all the help with the project and just in general, really. Just in general.
So you're going to come back in a couple of days and we're going to jet wash the hell out of your van and
we'll come back.
make sure those windows don't leak.
Make sure it don't leak.
Yeah.
You just have to keep away from the windscreen because that does leak until I get it fixed. But yeah, we'll do that, and then I think they're going to be fine. They look really well made and they're a really nice product.
They just shouldn't leak. In fact, they should leak and then they should drain. That's the whole idea of it. So it's what the thought is, put into practice. It can't go wrong. But famous last words. Let's see.
So yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I think this one's done. Not sure how good it's going to have been, but hopefully you've enjoyed it and you've stuck around right until the end. If you like what we're doing, and you've this is the first video you've seen of this series, click here for a link to episode 1 of the build series. And if you do like what we're doing, click here to subscribe to the channel. Until next time. And subscribe to Transporter HQ. This was the whole thing was about it. Subscribe to Transporter HQ. I'll put a link here for Transporter HQ. Click to them as well. I'll put a link here if I can as well to their video, the flatbed video. But anyway, bit of a messy outro. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Dan.
Until next time, enjoy.
See you soon.